On May 16, 1929, an audience of about 270 people attended a private dinner at the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. 15 minutes were taken to award and honor artists, directors, and other members of the film industry. This was the very first Academy Awards, also known as the Oscars. However, during this time, racism and prejudice towards African Americans plagued the United States of America, which meant there were not many African Americans in film. It has been 90 years since the first Academy Awards, and African Americans are just as important to the film industry as any other race. Looking at the Academy Awards as a whole, Black people have not won enough Academy Awards. Two of the past three Best Picture winners have had significant Black representation. Since the surge of African American Academy Award winners, an interesting yet almost disturbing trend has appeared. African Americans that win Academy Awards do so by playing in films that in some way are representative of the Black struggle. When making a claim as serious as African Americans tend to win Oscars for films that are representative of the Black struggle, the Black struggle needs to be thoroughly defined. The Black struggle can be defined as the hardships that are synonymous with African Americans. Examples include racial segregation, racism in general, dealing with police brutality, drug-related issues, poverty and gang/crime activity. In the journal article Revisiting the Black Struggle, Lessons for the 21st Century, the author Azafa Jalata talks about how the Black struggle is still relevant today. By looking at the major problems of the Black community today, this article emphasizes the need to learn critically from the past struggle and in the future of economic development, self-determination, and multicultural democracy. It is apparent that the Black struggle is still alive and still relevant. Some examples of the Academy awarding African Americans in the film industry include the 2019 Best Picture winner, Green Book, which features a Black musician going on a concert tour through the southern United States and enduring racism. Mahershala Ali portrayed the Black musician and won the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. He had also won the same award for his role in the film Moonlight, which was the Best Picture winner of 2017, about a Black boy who grows up gay whilst living in poverty and in a bad neighborhood. Ali played a father figure for the main character that dealt drugs. In 2014, the Best Picture winner was 12 Years a Slave, yet another film about the Black struggle. The film is in fact about slavery, which should be seen and treated as the ultimate form of the Black struggle. It's often looked at by the public as one of the greatest films to portray the realism of slavery. Lupita Nyong'o won Best Supporting Actress for her role as a slave named Patsy. The list is ever continuous for Black people only being awarded for films and roles that only have to do with some form of the Black struggle. Octavia Spencer won in 2012 for her role as a maid that dealt with prejudice from white people. Monique won in 2010 for her role as a poverty-stricken mother. There are few outliers to these statistics. Sometimes an African American can win an Academy Award even if their role or film has little or nothing to do with the Black struggle. In 2008, Forrest Whitaker won Best Actor for his role as Idi Amin, a former Ugandan president. Their role did not have anything to do with the Black struggle per se, as it was just about a man who was an incompetent and cruel leader. It is not impossible for an African American to win an Oscar for a film that is not relevant to the Black struggle, but history has shown it's not very likely. The Academy Awards choosing to award these types of films almost exclusively creates a stereotype. The stereotype being, Black people will only be awarded for their films that are about problems that plague the Black community. While a great story about Black people overcoming hardship is something to behold, that being seen as the only way Black people can be recognized for the art form of film is an issue. A consequence for this may be that African Americans may only begin to take roles and make movies that are reminiscent of the Black struggle in order to be recognized as industry changers. African Americans cannot be discouraged by this and must play the roles and make the films they desire, because they love the art form, not because the Oscars reward them for doing a film about the struggles of being a black person in the United States.